What is up, everybody? Chris Flick here. Chris Flick Podcast, episode number 113. This morning I woke up and I was just dragging ASS. I didn't want to get out of bed. I don't know why. I had no juice, no gas in the tank. Marisa and Amelia are up in Long Island visiting family for a few days as Emmy's school just got done. I have a camp scheduled for tomorrow, the 13th of June. So I stayed back home because they're not coming back for a few days. So I got a busy day. I got to send out some emails. I got to get the field, make sure the field's ready, make sure the path's ready, make sure all this stuff is situated, and I got zero energy. So I wake up and I start my day like usual. I do some reading. I do a little stretching. I do a little eating. And then I'm like, it's the weekend. I got to get my one big lift in today. So didn't matter how I felt, I was going to get it done. So I walk out to the gym and I just start moving around, and I kind of feel like crap. I look at my Fitbit and my resting heart rate is about 4 beats per minute elevated, higher than normal, right? So I'm thinking to myself, my body's not recovered. I don't know if it's from what I did this past weekend. I don't know if I'm coming down with something, but something wasn't going right. Either way, I may not have made the best decision, but I just decided I'm going to push on. I'm pushing through this thing. And as I'm going, I'm like, man, I need a little something. I need a little something to get the juices flowing here. So what do? I put on that hip-hop music I used to listen to back in the day. Late 90s, primarily early 2000s. We started out with Dr. Dre from the Chronic album. We listened to my man Mos Def with the song Hip Hop. I listen to that song on repeat and it gets me amped up. And all while listening to this, I start feeling a little bit better. I start getting a little bit of extra gas in the tank. I start moving some weight around. I accomplished something with one lift that I've never done before in my life with good technique, right? I've muscled the lift, say I'm doing the barbell snatch, and I've muscled this weight over my head where it probably didn't look pretty, but today, I think I hit a pretty solid rep, man. I think it looked kind of pretty. And I got to credit, man, the music got me. The music got me going. So, after all this, I start thinking about things. I see something that came out of Westchester University that talked about listening to music as a performance enhancer. You know, listen to preferred music of your choice, with a high beat, with a high tempo, at a certain volume level. Will improve your muscle endurance, will improve your grip strength, will improve your velocity, and will improve your power. My own personal opinion is this: you're not always going to have music with you, right? You're not always going to be able to say, you show up for an event, a track and field event, and you got to get ready to go and you're feeling like crap. You got to be able to get yourself ready on your own, right? You're not always going to have that music in your back pocket. But on days like today, I needed a little help, and I needed a little performance enhancer. And what gave it to me? Hip hop, baby. So we cranked that thing up, we started bumping some rap music, and I started feeling good, and I got a good workout in. If I didn't have that music, I probably wouldn't have a good workout. In addition to this, all of this music stuff, lately, has got me thinking. Our daughter was sick a couple weeks ago. Emmy's sick. So Marisa, Amelia, and myself were like, you know what, let's watch something together. Marisa and I used to like to watch The Voice, and Emmy loves music. So we're like, all right, let's see if there's a season of The Voice somewhere. So we go on Peacock and we start watching season 21, which is probably from last year. And the music's great. And as I watch this stuff, I start thinking about the power, man. The beautiful part of music is like when you watch a performance and you see the emotion and you start to get some chills. So then I start thinking about this, like, why does music have such like a primal like hold on us when we listen to it? Why does it initiate those feelings that we have? Like, how can you hear something and it gives you the chills? So I look into this, and apparently this doesn't happen to everybody. There's a certain kind of personality trait, a certain kind of something in your DNA, that lets you appreciate the beauty of some of this music. There's one lady that performed. Her name is Drashika. I mean, I listened to this. She sang this song that was break every chain. Apparently, it's a lot of talk about Jesus. It's a lot of talk about breaking down chains. I mean, after listening to that, I was like, I think I might start going to church, because the way that she's saying that, she was singing for her livelihood. She was about to get booted from the show if she didn't beat out the other 4 people, right? And she sings her heart out, and I get the chills. I just listened to it again last night to just test the hypothesis to see if I'm still getting chills, and guess what? I did. I've heard the song 10 to 15 times, and every time, man, it gets me. Don't know what it is, but it does it. So not only does music boost performance, it ignites some sort of feeling, some sort of, it has the ability to make you feel something, you know, which is kind of crazy. And then this last part about music that I really enjoy is this whole, like, I guess music is an art, right? And art can be beautiful. And every concert that I've ever gone to, I leave that concert thinking like, wow, that was the best thing that I've ever seen. This is the best concert I've ever been to. I'm forever going to be a fan of this artist. Their voice was incredible. I mean, last couple concerts, kind of all in Bethlehem, right by us, Music Fest area, ex-ambassadors, Gary Clark Jr., Hosier. I'm like, dang, these guys could put on a show. And one thing about that Hosier show is that, like, it was inside. It was in November, before COVID. This is a long time ago now. And, the ability that a musician has to kind of grab the audience and get them to eat out of their poem is pretty impressive. It makes me think of, like, all these videos of, like, totalitarian governments getting, large masses of people, saluting and doing this and that whenever they say so. And then I'm at this concert and I have the musicians saying, oh, you guys, when I say this, everybody else is going to say that. And the whole place is either swaying or they're chanting or they're singing all in unison. It's like thousands of people all united doing one thing. I don't know too many things that have the ability to do that, but music does it, right? And then you think about some of these other things that music offers, and you start to see some carryover where it's like, all right, maybe some of these religious songs, these ancient chants from back in the day, maybe there's something to that. It gets everybody. It's that feeling that you get when you hear something or when you're singing something with other people. Maybe it's that sense of, like, that feeling, that community, that something, man, it does something to you. And it's a beautiful thing. Now, the flip side of that, there's something about the message being delivered. It's not the message itself that makes it special. It's kind of who's delivering that message, right? I mean, the piano only has so many keys, right? I could play, actually I can't, but let's just imagine I can play some sort of Mozart piece, right? I could play it, but it's not going to ignite the same emotion that Mozart playing that thing will. There's something about that individual playing those keys that can't be replicated. We saw a young girl singing at the Easton Indoor Market last week, and beautiful voice, singing beautiful music. But there's a missing piece there, a connection that we just didn't see, and she's very young, and she had to read the lyrics to the songs because she didn't have them memorized. And I'm thinking to myself, if this girl could just memorize these lyrics, she could get in this music a little bit and not worry about scrolling through her phone while playing the piano and singing all at the same time. Beautiful voice. It's more than just the voice, It's more than just the words that are coming out of their mouth and the tone that they have. It's a wonderful thing. In conclusion here, remember, life without music would be a mistake. I've been listening to too many podcasts lately where I haven't been enjoying music as much as I used to. I think the voice kind of brought me back into it. We got a couple concerts lined up for this year. I'm excited about that. And if you need that little pick-me-up, if you need a little boost in the gym one day, don't be afraid to crank up that hip-hop from the early 2000s and just kind of turn the decibels up a little bit. Get that thing cranking and enjoy the progress, enjoy the process, and enjoy the gains you're about to get as you bump some old school hip-hop. Hope you guys like this one. Peace, everybody.